Welcome to the North American Golden Domers for Sunday, May 3rd, 2026. I am Raji, and despite the Mexican disco music leading us in, I am charged up and ready to go here in North Bend, Ontario, Canada. Nice to see everyone, and welcome back. First, I introduce to you live from Patscony Island, New York, Andy.
Pleasure to be here. The island is beautiful this time of year. You would love it.
A lot of fishing, Andy. Good fishing.
A lot of fishing.
Yeah. Good. Well, it's good to see you. And now from Mexico City, Rodolfo, how are you?
Nice to be back. It's been a while, guys. I mean, we need to do this more often, but it's always great to see you guys.
Well, it's good to see you. And for those who don't know, Rodolfo's had some off-season surgery. Rodolfo, I hope you're recovering and doing well. But it's good to see you.
Whatever.
and live now from it looks like a cabin in the woods where he might be being held hostage. The podcast owner, Paul Linehan, ready for camp with his lid on. How are you, Paul?
I'm well, Raji, and the lid is actually in salute to our guest of tonight, who is the only person I've ever seen at a football game wear a helmet for the entire 4 quarters. I was at the national championship game, or maybe it was the Penn State game, might have been both. With my friend Frank, and he's like, dude, there's a guy over there in a full helmet watching the game, and I go, oh, that's my buddy Poncho. I know him. I'll go whenever talk to him. So this is my salute to our guest and a good segue for you to introduce him.
Well done. Good to see you again, Paul. And now live from Bakersfield, California, the one, the only Poncho. Your energy is as big as your legend. How are you, my friend?
Great, man. Thanks for the invite, man, and it's a pleasure.
Well, now is the time, Poncho, where we ask you to tell your Notre Dame story. Tell us a bit about you and what Notre Dame means to you. And you have about a 10-minute limit. I mean, I know you can go on for days, but the floor is yours, sir.
All right. Well, pretty much, growing up here in Central California, all my friends are USC or UCLA or Fresno State, pretty much. But 80%, I would say 80% of them are SC, USC. And back in the day, they were good, man. They were winning championships, Pac-12, Pac-10, Pac-12 championships, and playing for the Natty. And they spanked us a few times back then. But growing up in a small town, we had one TV, 2 sisters, mom, dad, and my time slot was Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning, cartoons, and then not only it was Saturday mornings, my TV only had 5 or 6 good channels. One of them happened to be NBC, and I got to see the Leprechaun come out every Saturday morning. I had no clue. I didn't know it was Canada. I didn't know it was in Florida, Texas. I didn't know it was Mexico. I didn't know where the hell South Bend was. I just know I saw the Leprechaun come out every Saturday, and it was a thing. Every Saturday morning, I knew Notre Dame was going to come on TV, and then back then it was 87, 88. So we won the championship, and Lou Holtz was there, and I got to see a bunch of Jerome Bettis, Tim Brown, and Rocket, and Zorich, go on and on. But yeah, that was my team. I had no clue. I couldn't buy a jersey. I couldn't buy a hat. There was no Notre Dame merchandise over here. It was nothing but USC and UCLA. So I love the colors. I love the Leprechaun, and I just caught on. So that was my team, and I never up and down, man. We haven't won a championship since '88, and I'm still, I'm a bigger fan every day.
Paul has something to say to that. What's your word, Paul?
I don't know.
He says we haven't won one in a while, Paul. What word do you say to that?
Oh, Natty.
Thank you.
Natty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well done.
We would have won it last. I will go to my grave saying we would have won it last year if we got in, and we're going to win it this year.
But look at my only son's name's Rudy. My daughter graduated from St. Mary's. She took a few classes at Notre Dame, so it was pretty awesome for her just to be on campus and take some classes. She got her minor from Notre Dame, got her bachelor's from St. Mary's, and yeah, I mean,
how cool is that, by the way? And she's a
funny, yeah,
tremendous young lady too. I've met her numerous times. Great young lady. That's fabulous, Poncho.
And what's cool is me and Freeman have an inside joke. I've been buttering him up for the last 2 years, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need a letter of recommendation for admissions for Notre Dame, and And last year he joked. He asked me. He goes, "Are we related?" And I said, "Yeah, we're cousins." So I'm doing everything we can to get my little slugger in there, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully his grades are good enough. He swings the bat pretty good, and we're gonna go to Notre Dame baseball camp. We went last year, and out of 93 kids, they gave away 3 golden helmets for baseball, and he got one of them. So, and then the coach told me if we're gonna come back, and I said, "There's a bear shit in the woods." So yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna be back for a week, and I can't wait. So,
Fabulous.
Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome stuff. Pancho, what year is this for you coming back to camp?
I'm a super senior finally. This is my 5th year.
So I will admit, so our names alphabetically are really close. So it has been your fortune, misfortune, to have to sit next to me for the past 4 years in the locker room. I will admit, it took me 2 seasons to feel safe that you weren't going to kill me. Because I can be a handful. How long did it get out of your system before you didn't want to kill me?
Andy convinced me to go easy on you. Andy and Rodolfo goes, "Hey, our buddy's a little different." They told me something about a short yellow bus, and growing up, we had a lot of issues. Being, so they told me to go easy on you. I said, "All right." Andy and Rodolfo saved your butt.
He's at camp on a Make-A-Wish.
Yeah. There was definitely in year 1, there were several looks over saying, "What's this guy's deal?" But thank you for containing yourself, and I'm so glad that we're friends now. Viewer feedback, we have limited viewer feedback other than a constant desire for the show. We are at 137 followers, so we're getting there. We're on the road to 300. Andy dropped the ceiling from 5 to 3, so that if we get there, we all get a personalized trip to the farm, and we will video it. We will. I mean, Andy, the way it's working now, last game of the year is against Syracuse. Andy, if we get to 300, I can come to the farm with you.
Yeah.
Tape it we can broadcast from the farm.
How amazing. It'd be amazing.
How are things on the farm?
Things are good. I mean, things are picking up now with spring tillage and planting. Everything, crops going in the ground. So this is can be a busy time of year down there for the guys. But
is there any? Have you modernized it all? Are there any Lego components to your farm?
No, that would be ridiculous. First of all.
Well, we ask that our viewers please like, follow, subscribe, share. Please, if you have some friends who are robots, please have the robots listen. That would certainly be appreciated. So we will now move on to talk about what we experienced since the last time we've been together. Is firstly the draft. Very excited to see all of the guys drafted. So many great stories afterwards in terms of signings, but 2 running backs, the first 2 running backs in the draft, Love 1 and Price 32 to my Seahawks. I'm a Seahawks fan, so that excites me. I saw Love the other day talking about how he felt bad for Price in a press conference in Arizona, saying, "No one ever thinks about going on a vacation to Seattle. I feel bad for him being stuck up there." So he's already starting the rivalry quite well. But
and the division rivals too.
Yeah, they're division. Yeah.
That's twice a year.
Who wants to go to Seattle? But it was fun to watch the draft, and you couldn't meet 2 better human beings than those 2 guys in the first round. Andy, your impressions of the draft and any commentary around it?
No, I think Arizona nailed it. They got, a premier player, of course, and I think Jeremiah nailed it. Right? I still think he should have came back for his senior year. As Paul can attest, a degree is invaluable. $53 million that's fleeting. You have that degree forever. So I do think he made that minor mistake. But other than that, it was very cool to see, our 2 running backs in the first round, and to see that, that hasn't happened is pretty amazing. And to think that we had both of those guys in our backfield for the last 2 years, 3 years. And, if we could have got him one more year, that would have been something, or at least one of them. But it was very cool to see the positive press that they both got. Nothing negative about either one of them. No Diego Pavia angles on either one of them. I mean, just all upside for those guys.
Paul, the draft wasn't all that shy in terms of Notre Dame players being drafted. Anyone in particular you felt really good for that was drafted that that wasn't one of the top two?
And you just, because of the access that we get to these guys, and we hear some, we may never meet them, but we hear stories about them and how they're all good guys. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, and because of my bias, I thought every single one of them should have gone earlier than they did, right? Like every single one of them.
Yeah.
And even the free agent signings, I was happy for. Like, like you follow on social media, and Notre Dame was good about saying, hey, and I think this is my guy, Gabe Rubio, signing with the Steelers. And I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm like,
6th round.
That's a good match for me. And I was pretty happy for him. And I hope that works out for him. I thought that was one of my favorite ones. Just to follow up on a point, honestly, Jadarian Price was one of my favorite stories in there too. And I take the controversial stance that I think he's the better pro than Jeremiah, which I know not a lot of people do, but my family's out in Seattle, and my nephew and my brother-in-law were all over me. They're like, what do you think of this guy? And I'm like, you're going to love this guy. I mean, you're going to completely love this guy. And I've already seen some workout videos. His feet are so quick, and he catches the ball. I think I think they're both going to be great, but I think 5 years from now, that's going to be a steal of a pick.
What about you, Mr. Poncho? Anything surprise you in the first round? Anything excite you?
I love to go to Tennessee because they have a young quarterback. They have a better defense. And I think he would shine in Tennessee, me personally. I'm a Cowboy fan. I would have loved him for Dallas to trade it up to get him at 3 or 4, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. I wanted Dallas to get Price at 20 or 23. That would have been a great pick. But the most important thing, we got 6 players got drafted for Notre Dame. And again, like you said, all my buddies over here, like 90% of them are SC fans. So the rivalry still continues, even in the draft. We're number 1. We're at 538 all-time Notre Dame players getting drafted, and SC's we're at 538 and they're at 533, so they're 5 right behind us. Even draft night, it's a rivalry over here. We talk. You have no idea how much we talk about everything. We compare SC. Like I've been making fun of them because they dropped us and they picked San Jose State. We picked the BYU, solid opponent, and they went for a layup. I might as well get a high school. I think San Jose State won a couple games last year, 1 or 2 games, and they got blown out by everybody. BYU lost 1 game, so they're a respectable opponent to pick up, and they went for the easy layup, But
I absolutely agree.
On draft night, we talk. So, if I show you guys my group text with my SC friends, you guys will have no idea. When we lose, I'll have 80, 90 text messages from very specific people, and mostly are SC fan. But I'm just glad that 6 players got drafted, and like Paul said, we had a couple got signed after the draft, and hopefully it works out for them. Some of the players might work out, because they're hungrier. They'll make a practice squad team, and hopefully somebody, injuries happen. So if they get an opportunity, they shine. But like I said, I'm going to be pulling a lot for Gabe, for Price over there in Seattle. I really hope he gets the carries, and I think he's going to have something to prove. And then Love, I think Love's going to – people are saying that was a stretch getting him at 3. I think Love's going to have something to prove too. So I think both – any Notre Dame player that hits the field, they're going to say they're overrated or over whatever. It was a stretch, selecting them. But I really hope every Irish player, lives up to their potential.
Now, Dolph, I know that kicking is your forte. You are one of the kickers in camp. You are the Raphael Septien of the group.
Wow,
horrible!
I see that.
Horrible.
I see that Thor got invited to a mini camp. By the way, Diego Pavia was invited to a mini camp, and if he makes that one, he'll make it to the big person camp. But Dolph, what about you? Any observations about the draft?
Of course, it was historic that we have 2 running backs selected in the first round. That's probably never happened, or it's the second time maybe for many years. I think just as Paul said and Pancho said, Price has the better situation in Seattle. It's a more balanced team. They're world champions. They just lost a running back, so Price could be the starter right away. The thing with Love is he's going to a team that has no clear quarterback, and I'm worried that his best years might be over before that team gets competitive. So basically, that's it. I mean, they're divisional rivals for my team, so I'm not very pleased with those guys playing in my division. But
one of the things I noticed, Dolph, was that when they got into rounds 3 and 4, they had the international fans announcing the picks. It was really cool to see that from all around the world. People from Australia, people from South America, a lot of Mexican fans there. English, there was a couple in Canada. I will tell you, though, that the German fans scared me. I was very concerned when the German fans were on stage. They seemed a little too zealous about it. But Dolph, is there a game in Mexico City coming up soon?
There is, and it's actually the 49ers playing down here somewhere in December. I don't know, playing against who. But they'll be announced soon.
Ooh, and my buddy Rodolfo
Andy,
invites me.
we understand that you were on campus for the Blue Gold game. We did give you an advance. Paul paid for your travel. He sent you $5,000 in advance to give us the highlights of the Blue Gold game in person. I know you didn't get us any tape, but any observations from attending that game, Andy?
Well, I didn't actually attend the Blue Gold game, so that makes it really awkward for me and Paul right now, and the money that he should put up front, and we didn't make
American.
it there.
We're both American. It's cool.
Oh, jeez.
Drew and I got caught up at the lacrosse game, and by the time we got over to the football stadium, we couldn't go in with the lacrosse stick, obviously, so we would have to bring that back to the hotel. It just turned into a thing, so it didn't work out, unfortunately.
And your son probably looked pretty scary at that age with a lacrosse stick. I can see why they wouldn't let you.
Sure.
So ridiculous.
We tried. We asked, but they said no, we can't. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, goodness. That's too bad. But it looked like a lovely father-son weekend. You guys, the game was a great game. Beating Syracuse is no easy task. And the Notre Dame lacrosse team looks like they're firing on all cylinders heading into
it was a great weekend. Weather was great. Campus was beautiful. There was a lot going on. We caught the Leprechaun tryouts on Friday night, and he really enjoyed that. So
how'd you do?
I did well.
Good.
I'm taking a leave of absence from work. It's going to be amazing.
That's where my money went, I think.
Yeah, exactly. The betting on the Leprechauns. Yeah.
So since the Niners are Rodolfo's team and they're playing in Mexico City, you think Rodolfo could get us some tickets so we could go there and have a 3 or 4 day weekend in Mexico?
Absolutely.
Oh, I would go. I would go in a heartbeat.
I'm just waiting for an invite, and hopefully get some decent seats, and I'll wear my cowboy gear, and everybody with their own football jersey, and of course I'll cheer against the Niners, whoever they play.
Please don't wear a cowboy gear.
Oh, I'm gonna wear my cowboy jersey. Don't worry about that.
I was set to come down last year. I had my tickets booked, and I assumed I was staying with Rodolfo. And he said, no. Oh, no. I have a compound a couple blocks away where you stay. And, I've seen those movies about sort of high profile kidnappings. So
that's how you do it, Andy. You just say no. You don't have to say, get to 300 and you'll be at my place. You just say no. That's it.
Pawn's good for you. Yeah, fine.
Yeah. Blue Gold game. I guess we watched it from the television. Dolph, sounded a lot of good energy around camp this year, a lot of good energy around the Blue Gold game. Everyone left really excited about, all after. For the first time that I can recall in some time, there don't appear to be any glaring gaps in the lineup in any of the positions. But very glowingly ready for the offense, especially with CJ Carr.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really pumped to see Aeneas Williams take the starting role as a running back. That kid can catch very good. He can run. He can block. He can do everything. And just to top it off, he took some playing time from Price and Love. So he's bound to have a breakout season. So that's probably the thing I focus more on the game.
Paul, we made it through pretty well injury-wise, haven't we, so far?
Yeah, I think the freshman from Pennsylvania I heard had a little tibia
O'Brien.
problem, but it's not going to be bad. And I think a couple guys have been hurt, like just from leftovers from last year that are still not quite fully back on the field. But so far, so good. And I think, because injuries are inevitable, our depth is a lot better too. It really is. Like, and to get back to Rodolfo's point about Aeneas Williams, like that was as a freshman, he took third downs away from Price and Love. He was our third down back on a very consistent basis, even in that Orange Bowl game. You remember he had a huge play in that game.
Absolutely.
So I think he's more than capable. And from what I understand, a couple of the younger backs can just fly. And they're going to be fun, like to see how we work them in. I know you got to learn how to block first in the running back room, right? That's a big thing. You got to pick up those blitzes and learn the calls and the blocking schemes and everything. But I think when they get the ball, they're going to be electric. So should be fun.
Pancho, I know you love line play, and this year, at least with all the ads from the portal and all the guys coming of age, we look like we are set on both sides of the ball.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't catch the game because I was working. I did not catch it, but I heard it was a good game. JP filled me in because they were at the game, O'Neal, and asked them, and they said that we're looking good, man. We're firing all cylinders. I mean, it was just they didn't show a lot because it's they don't want to put too much on video for other teams, but that we have an athletic, that we might have the best offensive line. They moved Nat from tackle to guard, and I mean, geez, man, he was a great tackle last year. So I imagine if someone bumped him from tackle, now we're gonna have an amazing guard. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I love watching that. I love when the holes open up, and I love, like, everyone looks at Jay Love and the running back. I look at the line. I want to see who's on rollerblades, who's going backwards, where the hole's at. Like when Love broke down that 98-yard run, the first thing I saw, I want to see who blocked the linebacker, who opened the C up, and that to me is amazing. I love to see the big boys play in the dirt.
Andy, the defense was real strong last year. I mean, after the first few games, finding their way, but really started to perform really strong. Most of the returners are there, but a lot of good holes filled on the portal, from the portal on the line. The defensive line looks mean. This defense could be lights out this year.
Oh, I agree, and with our secondary being as consistent as it has been for the past several years, and maintaining that. And our line, we got some experienced linebackers, and like you said, what we added to the line, I think, like I said earlier, all upside here with we got experience, we got youth, we got it all, we got speed. I mean, I think things are really coming together for this team on both sides of the ball, and we all know defense wins championships, so we need that D to show up and put the work in.
Now, Dolph, before I ask you a question, I have to say this because I just like to say it, and it hasn't come along organically yet, but I just want to say boo-boo car. Dolph, kicking. It appears that we have a kicker.
We do, and I can't remember the kid's name, but he was very good.
And
Paul
we have
can tell
another.
me.
Prather,
What's his name?
Spencer Prather.
Oh yeah, the one that last drill at the end of the game where he had to kick with the guys all around him. That was absolutely great.
He wanted it too. He wanted all the smoke, as the kids say.
Absolutely. So I mean, he's ready.
And we have another Thor. We have Thor 2, another Australian punter, Jasper, who is bigger than the previous Thor. So I'm touching wood. I don't want to jinx it, but the lineup has no glaring
I'm sure
holes.
you are.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah.
Entering. All right. Anything else about the spring season? Oh, recruiting, Paul. How can we not mention for the next several years we get to talk about Wonderful.
Wonderful champion Mons.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Recruiting again is on a tear. lineup looks great. Season looks great ahead. Very excited. We'll talk a little later about projections. Not this podcast, but another one. But it's looking good.
Before you get away from wonderful champion Mons, remember he's wonderful champion Mons the fourth, which means this has probably been going on since the 1950s. That's brilliant. No one named their kids stuff like that back in the 50s. They did. They
named him Andy. Andy is what they
yeah, I know. Andy Mons just doesn't do it for me. I wouldn't have been as excited. He would have been like a 2-star. It was Andy Mons.
Before we get to National Treasures, I will tell you, we had last summer off. This summer sometime, the courting is about to start. The courting is starting, and I would suggest that sometime between now and the next week, there's going to be consensual courting between Yeti and Phoebe to make more Raji Doodles. So if anyone wants Raji Doodles, they're ready for you. By the way,
hey, Andy, is there an arrest coming soon?
For the non-consensual relationship?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeti and Phoebe?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun to have a summer of puppies. So if anyone wants to come visit the puppies, you can come to the house and visit the puppies. Would you come across the border for that, Andy?
I would not.
Touch my puppies? No,
I would not.
Okay. National. See, this is see if for the viewers right now, the look Poncho's giving right now is the look I got at the locker all the time. I don't think it started well in the first day when I said, "Hey, Poncho, does this look infected?" National treasures. I'm going to start Canada's national treasure this time. I learned some news that made me sad. The wonderful Matt McFadden, who is the nicest, most ubiquitously Canadian you can meet, is moving to Ireland. He's leaving us. It is the saddest thing ever. He's leaving soon in June. We're going to try and get together in a send-off in May, a golfing outing. I'll give anyone the dates if they want to try and come up and do it. But yeah, he may come in for camp. He may come in for the game. But while it gives a great excuse to go to Ireland, another excuse to go to Ireland and visit Matt, it's always sad when one of your pals moves far away. And Matt is I don't know many kinder, nicer people on the planet than Matt McFadden. So Matt, we're going to miss you, and we will always be friends, but just a little further away. My national treasure.
Good one.
Andy, top that.
Well, thanks for nothing, Matt. But I'm gonna
because you better get used to. I'm just gonna say you might want to get used to that happening. Just
right. We're about to. Never mind. We'll talk offline, Paul. We'll talk.
Exactly.
Because we're in the heat of the season. After last week's game, my children are both playing this wonderful sport of lacrosse. It's a little sketchy. I guess it's North American, but I'm not sure where in North America. We're going to consider it the continental United States is where the Native Americans and the beautiful game of lacrosse. I've come to really enjoy it. My son enjoys it. I think I mentioned to you guys in the text, we got a beautiful gift last weekend from one of the Notre Dame players. Gave my son his stick after the game, which was amazing, and he scored 5 goals with it yesterday in his game, so he was pretty pumped about that.
Yeah.
TSA was not pumped when I tried to bring a lacrosse stick on the plane. Neither was I when I had to check it for $40. So, but
did you try the move that most of your brethren try at the TSA? How long you been on the job?
They don't care.
No, they don't care.
We're on very different jobs.
All right, Paul, you're next.
Yeah, I mean, with the big summer coming up here, my national treasure is just America. We have our 250th celebration coming up. Yeah, exactly. And I'm old enough that I remember the bicentennial when we had that in '76, and it was like the world's biggest yard party. Like everyone was having parties at the same time in the same place. So it was just like hands across America of parties. It was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be, you guys might want to put the earplugs in that night. It's going to get a little loud down here. So
Yeah.
My national treasure is America.
America. Beautiful. Well said.
Given your proclivity for sort of calmness and understatement, I imagine it's a quiet little garden party you're going to have.
I'm sure there'll be nothing you need to worry about.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're allowed to tell you what's happening.
Are you doing something?
Already.
You just had the king over, Andy. How'd you feel about all that?
Well, I think you know how I felt about that.
Well, Paul, what can I say? Happy birthday, and our birthday is July 1st. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Okay.
We've covered it on here before. It's you guys just trying to get ahead of us, but it didn't really work. Like most things, it just didn't really work.
Nobody cared. Right?
No, nobody cared.
Pancho, your national treasure.
Well, my national treasure, I'm going to include all of you guys. It's a hiking trail that starts in Mexico at the border and it ends in Canada. It's called the Pacific Crest Trail. I've done a section and a half. This year we got off a little earlier because we had a funeral to attend. But usually I try to do 7 to 10 days out there, and it's the most beautiful scenic trail you're ever going to encounter. And it's the toughest, brutal. It's so brutal. You ask yourself every mile going up, because you're going up and down elevation, what the hell am I doing here? but once you set up camp and you eat your dinner and you see the sunrise, sunset, and you see mountain lion tracks out there, it's very interesting, but it's fun and it's adventurous and it's peaceful. But that's my national treasure, and my goal is to do a section a year, and when I retire, to complete it. So I'm gonna end up in Canada.
That's really cool. That's very admirable.
Could you say the name again of it so I can look it up? I missed the beginning.
It's called the PCT Pacific Crest Trail.
Okay, thank you.
And have you ever seen the movie Wild with Reese Witherspoon? It's about the trail. It's about the trail.
Oh, okay, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very, very neat trail, man. It's brutal, man. It will kick your butt. But it starts literally at the border of Mexico and US, and it crosses into Canada. So it's beautiful.
I imagine there must be an amazing amount of variants of different wildlife you see along the course, along the trail as well.
Yeah, it's 2,652 miles, and it goes through California, Oregon, and Washington, and desert, mountains. I mean, it goes through. You're in some places where, like when me and my buddy were hiking this year, we saw somebody passed away on a Thursday. 3 people got rescued on Saturday, and then somebody got airlifted on Sunday. And me and my buddy, thank God, we made it out fine this year. Last year we were in trouble because you don't want to run out of water out there. You run out of water and you're in trouble. But but other than that, as long as you have water, I got a lot of reserves, so I don't have to worry about food. Just carry water, you're good. But the trail itself, it's really, really beautiful.
I found an old camera, Pancho, and I used to take a lot of wildlife pictures, and I specialized in taking pictures of sheep. Some of these pictures are so nice. No, honestly, Pancho, they're so nice. I'm gonna get them laminated.
I knew something was coming. on that one.
Oh, boy.
Andy, national treasure.
You.
Oh, sorry.
He was so happy he got a joke to land that he lost his place.
I completely out of it. I'm completely out of it. Paul, we're done. It was Dolph. We haven't done you. Thank you.
I'm trying to point up. Help you out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, down here we're all about food. And
food, right?
Food,
yeah.
And yeah, of course. And Pancho should know this because I'm going to talk about tacos al pastor, which is very great food from down here. It originated originally.
I can tell already.
Yeah, he's celebrating already.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you say tacos Oscar
al pastor? Al pastor.
Oh,
El Pastor.
it's Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
Too soon.
So we had some Greek Arab influence down here, and it's like the old gyros you get in Europe, but it's made out of pork, and they have some chili in it, and I mean, it's a great taco. You have to try them. I'm pretty sure they have that in the U.S. in many places. So if you ever come
bring
around,
the taco truck back this year, the one that you were so delighted to see last year.
oh yeah, that was fine. That was good tacos, not incredibly good.
You were arrogant about that.
Why should I be arrogant? I just tell the truth.
You were a little bit.
Oh, come on.
You were a little bit. You were like, these aren't bad for America.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
Okay.
So quick segment. Thank you, Dolph. And I know when you reach the chin that food's coming. So we'll move on to a very quick segment here. I thought it'd be interesting if the draft just passed, if you were to start your own NFL team and you could pick 5 players, just 5 players from any era in Notre Dame history, wherever, just to be the first 5 guys to start your team, who'd they be? I suspect we'll have a couple in common, but Dolph, who would you have? Who are your 5?
Well, I would start with Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Montana as a quarterback. I'll take one of each position. I'll try to balance it out. Then I'll go with Quentin Nelson. Ross Browner. I have John Carney as a kicker. And Chris Orich.
Very good. Paul?
Couple similarities here. I've got Joe Montana, obviously. This is also a reflection of what you think the most important positions on the field are, right?
Sure. Yep.
So I have 2 defensive linemen. I have Alan Page and Ross Browner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went with Ricky Waters in the backfield because I love the way he runs and catches. And then I went with Todd Light to my shutdown corner.
Nice. Pancho.
Okay, let me get into character real quick.
Gonna be good. There we go. There we go.
All right, I'm gonna be a little biased here, guys.
5-0 lineman.
I'm gonna go with Joe Alt because you need a big dog in the corner. Quentin Nelson, Zach Martin, Mike McGlinchey, and give me Jay Love. Give me those 4 linemen and Jay Love. I don't care who our quarterback is. We're gonna be all right.
I think you
4,
nailed it.
I want 4 linemen out there.
Perfect.
You nailed it.
Perfect list from Poncho right there. That's fabulous.
Andy?
I'm probably gonna take Zach Martin, and that's a salute to you, Poncho. I'll take Tim Brown, Kyle Rudolph, and Jeremiah Love.
You're missing 1.
Am I?
Andy thinks he can win with those 4. He's got it.
Okay.
We don't need 5.
My
You're
team's
good.
on the floor, Coach.
You're good.
My team's on
You're
the
good.
floor.
Pick Rocket. I always always have the Rocket in there.
I went Montana, Brown, Zorich, Nelson, and Love were the 5 that if I was starting, that's where I'd go. Another quick category. I'm not asking for your coolest or your most treasured piece of Notre Dame memorabilia, but your most unique one. Which is the most unique one? And we'll start with Mr. Linehan.
Yeah, I brought this out last year when we did this. It was a similar question, right?
Yeah.
But I have from the 1928 Army-Navy or Notre Dame Army game, this button when people used to dress up. Oops, sorry. We need a little repair on this guy, but my great aunt and uncle went to the game in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
That's their handwriting on the back saying Notre Dame 0, Army 0, and the date. And that's my great aunt and uncle who were like original Subway alums back in the day. And you used to dress up for the game, so everyone would like just dark coats, but you used to wear these buttons on them. And so that's my most unique piece, and I love it because it's family and it means a lot to me. So
that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pancho.
Well, beautiful helmet says "Beat a seat door" from Freeman.
Nice.
I've already been offered 2 times at different games. The highest offer was $5,500, and I told the guy he was $1 million short.
I love it. I love it.
And I told Coach Freeman that, and Freeman goes, I'll sign another helmet if you. I don't know, coach. This is my helmet. But because with $1 million, I mean, I got to part ways. You know, but 5,500, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
Mine. So go
well,
ahead.
I've been to a few tailgates, like Stanford game, USC, and you'd be surprised how many kids come up and they just want to touch it. And I when I put it on their on their head, little kids lose their shit. Their parents, they just want to touch it. They want to wear it. And it's, dude, I'll put it on top of my car, and they're like, is that? And they go over there and touch it, and then they see Coach Freeman's autograph, and then they want to take pictures with it, dude. So it's going around at the tailgates, and they love it. You know, so
I am legally precluded from wearing things that makes little kids want to touch it. It's part of my sentencing. My most unique thing, I'm a one of one. I asked him when he was doing it. Has he ever signed one before? And he hadn't. Chris Zorich signed a lacrosse ball for me 2 years ago when I brought my sticks into the locker room, played catch with Andy and a few other guys. And Chris Zorich signed my lacrosse ball. So
I thought it was going to be either that or your phone case, your Reggie Brooks Snoopy phone case.
That's a great story. And you talk about how they get a kick out of us when we're there. I asked for I think it was Dolph maybe to take a picture of me and Mr. Brown, me and Mr. Brooks together, and he sees my phone case and he starts laughing because he doesn't like Snoopy. I forget who he likes better. It was Bugs, I think, but I got him to sign my Snoopy phone case, Mr. Brooks. So
hey, Raji, I'm still a little sad that you didn't ask me to play catch with you on the field lacrosse.
This year.
A couple of years ago, I was walking right by you, and you're like, "Pancho, move over." You know, you get out of the way, and still to this day, sometimes I go to sleep crying. Just in a fetal position.
He can be rude sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I did everything but ask you, "Hey, can I play catch with you, Roger?" And you're like, "I got my buddies. Move out of the way." And Andy Rodolfo come over here, and I'm like,
Sure.
I didn't make the
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Didn't you play catch with George out there too on the field? Not our George.
Oh, George Gedicke.
Yeah.
I taught George Gedicke had never held a lacrosse stick, and I took him out there. We played a bit of catch, and then I had him pose for some photos where it looked like he was beating me to death with a lacrosse stick, which are another great prized possession. Mr. Gedicke doing that.
That's going to be Pancho next year.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
I'll be ready.
And the beating is going to be real this time.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never held a lacrosse stick, but you know what? I'll be looking forward to it.
Cool. I may change my name to another letter of the alphabet just to be safer in the locker room. Andy, what's yours?
Probably not necessarily unique, but my goalpost pad back there.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorites, and that Ricky Waters signed pylon is another one, but the goalpost pad is probably my top.
So, funny story from about 20 years ago. I still have it somewhere, but I don't know if it's held up to the test of the time. I had a Bob Davies signed football well before camp, a long, long time ago, and it disappeared one day. Because my son and his buddies thought it'd be good to take it to the park and play football with it.
Sure. Well, they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah. So in retrospect,
it's literally worth dollars. So you're okay.
In retrospect, no damage was done. But
football $5. Football autographed by Bob Davey $3.
Dolph, what about you?
I have it right here on top of me. It's a ball signed by all you guys from camp a couple of years ago.
That's nice.
And going back to camp makes everything worth. So that's unique. So
just wait a second. I got some. Just give me a second. I got someone here. I just need to deal with something. Just I'll put a pause for a quick second. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm sure this is real. Yeah.
Unbelievable. My neighbor just came over, very upset that my dog has been doing his business on her lawn.
Oh.
Now I got to tell my dog to take his lemonade stand down.
I mean, the setup on that, Raj, was okay, but you didn't land it with that.
Exactly.
Is it Emmy stuff? Could I get an Emmy for that?
No, I would have
No.
preferred you
No,
went a different
no.
route than a lemonade stand. I would have something a little more specific.
I mean, he had me with the
Yeah.
that part.
You really
You baited the hook, but I don't think
really sold it.
If you'd like an inside the actors studio in the locker room, we can have an interview about that. Right now, Poncho's suffering from PTSD. It's all coming back. One of my favorite moments from camp, and it's all these moments, and we'll talk a little bit later about the camp and the greatness of it, and the camaraderie and the brotherhood, and how wonderful it is. But we get going, with the 4 or 5 of us get going, and we're just, even on the bus on the way back and forth, we're having so much fun, just doing this. And I forget what it was, but me, Andy, and Dolph were going on about something, and Smitty was sitting in front of us. And after about 3 minutes, he turned around and goes, "What is wrong with you guys?" But he loved it. He loved every second of it. What's the deal with Mexico? I'm going to start. What's the deal with having a contest, a national contest, for mourners to see who can display the most grief?
Well, yeah, I've heard that. I mean, if you have a loved one that passed away, you can pay someone to mourn at funerals. So yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah, it's part of the culture.
I think I'm going to need that at mine. Any other comments for Mexico?
I would like to know what the genesis of the phrase Mexican standoff was. I know what it is, where everybody has the guns in 2 different ways, but how did that come to be?
I'm not really sure. It's probably somewhere in between the wars of the 1830s when we had a war with the...
I mean, is that something that just Americans use, or is that actually a term in Mexico as well?
No, it's just an American thing.
Oh, okay. All right. So I've been being racist. I'm sorry about that. My racist question of the night is over. So thanks. Sorry.
Not offense taken.
Poncho, Andy, Poncho, anything for Mexico?
I mean, it's
No.
beautiful.
I got something for Canada, but not Mexico.
Well, we're doing Canada last.
Okay.
So we'll get there. We'll talk about the USA right now, and I have one for the USA, and it buffers into Mexico. I saw a news story recently. I don't know if this happens a lot, but apparently down on the Tijuana-San Diego border, an American man was arrested for smuggling Mexican parakeets in his pants.
Oh.
What's the deal, U.S.? You talking about closing the borders. You guys are the trouble.
Poncho, this seems like your geography.
I didn't hear about that one. When was this?
It's good to see you're out on bail, Poncho.
I got a great attorney.
Roger, wasn't that your nickname in high school? Mexican parakeet?
Budgie smuggler, yeah.
Parakeet pants?
All right, you're disavowing any knowledge or ownership of the issue, but again, you're talking about all the entry points into the U.S. being sealed off. But if a man can sneak some birds into the U.S.,
I don't think it happened.
I'm going to try the same with some geese in my pants when I come over for camp.
I did have a fellow coworker, not in my prison, but another prison. He just got caught with 20 kilos the other day. So,
wow.
That was pretty rough.
Now, Poncho, are you? And it can be a secret if you don't. Are you comfortable in expressing what you do for a living?
Yeah.
So with that said, and you can tell the folks after I ask you this question, I've always got the impression that if I was a guest in one of your facilities, that I would run things, that I would quickly become the leader of the place. You think so?
Unless you got Paul's kind of money in the bank account, maybe. But if you don't got, you gotta be able to pay off some righteous people. Like Suge Knight, he's one of our customers, and he pays about $5,000 a week, or he pays a good amount of money to have extra security. That
So
way, no.
when you see, let's say you see Raji come in, are you thinking I need to protect him, or are you thinking this is going to be fun?
It all depends on what you did. To be honest with you,
Okay.
if you did something
Yeah.
bad to women or children, I don't care what happens. But if if you're just in a bad spot, wrong place at the wrong time,
Okay.
we'll give you advice. You know,
Okay.
you know who Cain Velasquez is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he came to my facility. He was one of my customers, and we treated him. I'll tell you this: I can't tell you exactly. I'm the one that took him from point A to point B, and we had some really good conversations, and I'm just he had a good meal right before he got to his place, and to me, in my opinion, he deserved better. He defended his family, and he should have never done a day, in my opinion, but he got caught up in protecting his family, and they gave him 5 years.
Well,
But he's
thank
one of my
you.
customers, and that really hurt me because I mean, I'm not a huge UFC fan, but I am a fan, and seeing him, his demeanor and everything, it was sad, But we did give him some advice. We took care of him, and we put him in isolation. That way, no other inmates could get to him, So
Well, I would like to think that I'll sit with just like my bar fight where I'm knocking a guy out with one punch. I'd like to think that quickly I'm like the kingpin. So
okay.
please, thank you for assisting in the delusion. So anything else about the U.S.? Dolph, we have 3 Americans here.
Not today. It's their birthday, so let's just leave it alone.
Yeah. All right. I guess that leaves Canada exposed. And Pancho, you said you wanted to start on Canada. So
Man, when's the last time you guys won a NHL cup?
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
We've been spanking that butt, Raji. We've been spanking that butt. I mean, hockey, baseball. Toronto was so close, but so close doesn't get it. Second place is the first loser. Basketball, soccer. I mean, what have Canada been U.S. in the last 20 years?
it's pretty sad. It's a longer time than that for hockey. It's a long, long time.
I mean,
And it's so bad that we actually have to sort of cheer for the Montreal Canadiens, and that's difficult right now. But yeah, I mean, you can't say much. We like to think that we're sharing our game with you, and being a stronger, more populous nation, you're doing what you should do, just taking it and running with it. So thank you.
okay, that's my deal.
Andy,
I'd like to go
anything?
next. I'd like to go next
Yeah.
because that was also my thing, but I have some more facts to add in.
Oh, good. Yeah,
I'd
please.
like my annual reminder that the U.S. has won a Canadian Football League championship more recently than a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup. We always have to acknowledge that. And second of all, I was going to just open it. I'm not a big hockey guy. I was just going to open and say, hey, is this the year you finally break the drought? And then I did a little looking at the playoffs. Only 3 Canadian teams made the playoffs. 2 are already out, and Montreal's got about one period left. They're tied right now with Tampa, and if that ends on Tampa's side, it's over. So that would be the answer. Would be yes. It's probably not going to be this year either.
We would hope that the drought continues, but we would like the Montreal Canadiens to make the finals and lose in overtime so that their pain is the most maximum it could be. That
Wow.
would be our hope. Yeah.
Georgie.
Oh, yeah, George, yeah. Anything else? Yeah, Canada's. Are you guys going to moan and cry again this summer about the wildfires?
I think you did okay. You did better last year. You did better.
Yeah. I know you love that smoky smell coming down.
I
Andy.
know.
I mean, do you guys just plan on having it happen again, or are you doing anything about it?
We'll see. Dolph, anything?
Just are you familiar with the term with bibliomat?
Pardon?
The bibliomat. It's supposed to be a random book vending machine at the Monkey Paw bookstore in Toronto. Have you ever been there?
No. That's
Okay.
I think that's
Just checking weird Canadian things.
I think that's the kind of bookstore that Paul Rubens would go to.
Okay.
Andy's former national treasure.
Pee Wee Herman, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
Too soon.
All right. May the force be with you.
Before we go on, can we do some comments? Can you do the honors, Paul?
There we go. Oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. I have a new computer, so things are coming up a little different. Yes. Hold on. We have some comments. The Mounties have been alerted to your plans, Raji. And by the way, as always, all comments are from James because that's the only person listening to the podcast. Andy, you could give Raji a really interesting ND item, a bail receipt from ND police when you turn him in for his crimes.
Mm.
And also, James, isn't that really dangerous as birds like worms? Have been the parakeets, I believe.
Yes.
So, James, we love you. You're our number one fan. You're a wonderful supporter. We appreciate you. Has anyone seen the great HBO television show Flight of the Conchords?
Sounds Canadian.
No, it's two New Zealand guys who come to New York City. It was on for 2 or 3 years. They come to New York City. They're horrible. They want to be musicians. It's extremely well done. And they have a groupie following them around who's hilarious. That's what James reminds me of, was that groupie from that show. So, but thank you, James, for being our groupie. May the 4th be with you.
A lot of James' comments there regarding prison and things like that. Ironic, since he was in prison this week, but it was able to get himself out of a jail and bail situation. So congratulations to James on that.
Again, James is living life like through the fire hose. He's drinking the fire hose. He's doing marathons, triathlons, biathlons. Biathlon wasn't what I thought it was, but he's doing those.
Yeah.
And he's the charity work he's doing. I think he threw himself in jail this weekend to get bailed out for some children's charity in the Chicago area. So, James, well done with all that. We were happy to assist you on that. May the 4th be with you. For all senses of full transparency, my first grandson is named Anakin. I've never seen a Star Wars movie. So we'll go full force. That'll be fun to see, given tomorrow's the 4th. What's your favorite sci-fi movie or television show? I know Andy had to research one. Andy, what's yours?
As you can imagine, this was tough for me, but I don't know if it fits in the genre, but would Game of Thrones be considered sci-fi or no?
Yeah.
That's all I got. Yeah, Game of Thrones.
I thought you were going to say Facts of Life, but well done.
Or Alf.
Or Alf.
I think that qualifies.
I went with Star Trek. The old Star Trek and those tight outfits, unbelievably campy and interesting. Dolph, what's yours?
It's got to be one of the Star Wars. It's probably what's it called? I forgot about it. The Return of the Sith. I mean, that's one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever.
Pancho.
I don't watch sci-fi, to be honest with you, but I have 3 shows that if you watch either one, is gonna blow you away, and they're all on Paramount Plus. The first one is Landman. That was my old job, old rig. I love that show because I did 4 or 5 years on a rig. The second show is called Mayor of Kingstown. It's a prison show, and it's actually pretty good, and that's where I work. And then my favorite show is The Lioness. Man, those 3 shows, that's all I mess with. I mean, I don't watch regular TV, I don't watch movies, but those 3 shows, I can't wait till the new season come out.
Thank you for those recommendations. And Paul, what about yours?
I'm not a sci-fi guy at all, but I am a Star Wars guy. I went and saw the movie in the theater with my mom at a matinee in 1977. It was the first time I'd been to a movie theater. So I've eaten that stuff up from the beginning. But if I try to watch some other sci-fi, I'm like, this is stupid. So I while recognizing the stupidity of some of it, I just enjoy the movies. So Star Wars, the original, A New Hope, as we call it, Star Wars.
A New Hope, yeah.
I can't recall the last time I was in a movie theater, but I am going this summer. There's a movie that they're promoting I can't wait to see, but it's Wile E. Coyote versus Acme. Have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah.
I have, yeah.
It looks exceptional. The Coyote sues the Acme company for all that went wrong in his attempts to get the Roadrunner. It looks really well done, too. Trap game. What game this year are you worried about? There's one I am terrified about. Paul?
Before we start, I just want to remind everyone that I think it was last year or 2 years ago that you picked the Purdue game as your trap game, and we won 66-0. So, I just throwing that out there for any of the listeners who may have forgotten, the hundreds and hundreds of listeners that may have forgotten that.
Thanks for the street cred hype. Well done.
Yeah. I'm going with Wisconsin. Wisconsin's program is down, so I don't think it's a major game. But based on last year, how we started, like how good this team was at the end of the year, and how we played in those first 2 games, I love Coach Freeman. I love the coaching staff. I don't think we're ready at the beginning of the year, and we've had some bad losses early in the year, in other years that we don't like to talk about either. So early on is the Wisconsin game scares me more than it should. That should be that's a bad team. And for some reason at the beginning of the year, we're a bad team too.
Boy, I hope you're wrong. That would be just devastating again to start that way, especially against them. Mm-hmm. Andy, trap game.
I'm going to go BYU. For no reason other than just BYU.
Dolph?
Actually, I'm going to go the other way completely. At the end of the year, they play SMU. I think they'll be on a roll, and they might ease up by that time. They say, we're already in. And then remember, SMU was in the playoff 2 years ago. So that one really, I think we'll start fast. Unlike Paul, I think we'll start fast.
Hope I'm wrong.
Macho?
I'm thinking Navy, just because we play Miami the following week. We're going to be undefeated. And I think we're going to be shutting out some teams this year. I think we're going to have a few shutouts before there, but Navy's always a tough game, even though we manhandle them. Their offense, the triple option. I'm hoping our defense steps up, for the challenge and not look over for Miami the following week.
That's good logic. Now I'm afraid of that game too.
Well, the one I am terrified of, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's another Purdue prediction. It's an early one in the year. A team with a new coach with some attitude that is going to be a lot more improved than they played in the last couple of years. But I think Michigan State's going to give us a handful coming into Notre Dame Stadium in September. Okay. Speaking of games, I thought I called the World Book, the Guinness Book of Records. I thought I had all the board games in the world. I thought I had every single one here, and they came and they said I didn't get the record. I don't know why. I asked them. I really don't know why. I had no clue. I just
Jesus.
See, when Andy goes off, when Andy goes away, he's laughing.
I used to know how to do that, and now I can't do it.
Exactly.
That's our protest vibe. Oh, there it is. I got a new computer. It's all messed up.
Paul, you might want to take some money on the point of camp this year when Andy kills me, because one of the things that I have always done in the past is I've enjoyed taking candids of Andy in all sorts of scenarios, and it was easy for Andy to telegraph it because my phone would come up. But Paul, I am the future.
Oh,
I have the meta glasses.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Andy.
This is not good. This is not good at all.
So when you ask me what I'm looking forward to about camp, we're going to talk a little bit about 2026 fantasy camp, what I'm looking forward to, and some advice for new campers. One is the time together. I'm looking so much forward to the time together again. It's the best time of the year, seeing everyone again and just having a wonderful time. And the only advice I give to campers is if you are looking for a Sharpie, make friends with George Davis. Find George early, make friends with him. He's got every color, every size pen, anything you could need. George is your man. Paul, what are you looking forward to, and what's some advice for the new campers?
Yeah, I think that it's the same. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Like I was telling Rodolfo the other day that we haven't done enough of these because I just like seeing you guys' faces on there and seeing Poncho. I haven't seen Poncho since the season ended. Like, I love this. And, and I've always said this about Notre Dame. It's the same for the student body. It's a great place because it brings people in from all over. The bad part is you all go home. and then you don't see each other. Like, no, I don't live, down the block from Andy. I don't live in Poncho's neighborhood. Like, like we can't get together to watch a game. Like it's impossible. So that's the part I'm looking forward to most, and just being around everybody and the jokes and how easily we fall into it. My advice to any new people is, take every opportunity to talk to the people who've been there before, because we love talking to you. Like, don't be shy. We will do our best to approach you, but don't be a wallflower, and make the most of the week. And sometimes this isn't a popular saying, but it's not about the game. It's about the week. So that's all I have to say.
Good advice, Paul. Pancho, what about yourself? Year 5.
Well, this year, they asked me if I could help run a poker tournament on Saturday, the 30th, I believe. So hopefully, we get with a bunch of guys that show up, 29th and 30th at the house where JP and O'Neill reside, and I just want to see the same old faces that I've seen the last 4 years, and for any advice for the new campers, just go at your own pace and drink lots of water, and make sure you drink tequila with John O'Neill at nighttime. That's it.
Good advice. Andy, what are you looking forward to the most?
Just like everybody has said here, just hanging out with you guys, taking that time, like what started this whole podcast in the morning, sitting there eating our breakfast, and the one-liners that everybody's throwing at each other, and just the good-spirited nature of it. There have been years past where you get one or two people who are uber competitive, but I think everybody would agree by and large, it's all great, good-spirited. Everybody's there for the right reasons and the good reasons to take care of one another. So, and my only advice for new campers would be to stretch your calves, because that's what takes everybody down in the first 45 minutes of doing anything is a calf muscle.
Yeah. That's a surprising one. Hamstring was odds-on money favorite, but the last year the calves have taken you.
And Paul,
that poor guy, poor Butch. It's like,
Yeah.
My thinking around that, Paul, it's the fact that not everyone wears cleats all year round, and these are new, different things to wear, and it probably impacts your calves and that part of your leg more readily. But in any event, good advice there. Dolph, what about you? What are you looking forward to? Obviously, leaving Mexico is probably first, but what else are you looking forward to?
Jesus. Talking about the cleats. Well, some people wear women's shoes, so
that is true. True.
So that shouldn't be a problem there.
Yeah.
But basically, it's just hanging with you guys. You all put it all so greatly out there. It's just hanging with you guys. Just as Andy said, it's not about the game. It's about hanging, meeting new people, and having the old people reacquaint, and basically that's it. The advice for new campers: it's take in every moment, enjoy it. It goes fast. It goes really fast. That week, we're thinking about a week here, but it's really 2 or 3 days. So just enjoy every second of it.
All right. The next segment is my favorite. It is my favorite segment. It is one that I hope that when we have a spinoff someday, you remember when Letterman, you'd check in the news the next day or whatever it was, and they'd have Letterman's top 10 list from the night before, or someone reading it. I thought that was so cool. We actually have a sponsor lined up. The American Psychiatric Council has asked if they could sponsor this segment, but this one is called Ask Andy. We can ask Andy any question. Andy is unfailingly honest, immediate, is provocative. This is the best part of the podcast. If I had to limit it to one thing, this would be it. Andy, I'm going to start. 3 words that you would use to describe yourself.
Stunning would be the first one. Loyal to a fault. And tired.
Any other questions for Andy, gentlemen?
Yeah, I have one.
Go ahead.
What is the best artist to come of your hometown of Malone, New York?
The best what? Artist?
The best artist, yeah. Something you can share with the rest of the world.
A musical act, an actor, a
First
painter.
of all, I'm not from Malone, but
From Malone, yeah. Roger said you were from Malone.
Well, he is an idiot. Nothing really. I think the closest to my hometown, which was not even, was like 20 minutes away from my hometown, was Chittenango, New York, which was the birthplace of L. Frank Baum, writer of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
So,
nice. Very good.
You know,
Well, I have
Andy,
a
it's
question.
my before you do a punch, I just want to add on to that, Andy. It is my goal now in life to have Malone recognize you as one of its greatest citizens.
like maybe give me a key to the city if it was a city, which it's not.
Malone's proudest son, Pancho.
All right, Andy. If you have 10 years in your current profession and you caught one of your best friends or your partner, one of your good partners doing something illegal, would you turn them in, or would you call OIA, or smack them around and help them figure it out?
It's a good. Wow! Yikes!
Yeah, that's the best one of all.
Yeah. And that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I guess it depends on what they're doing. I don't know if that's if I can.
Felony.
Well, you know, I got to put myself and my family first. I got to do what's right for them and not put myself in jeopardy. So I'm gonna have to do the right thing and probably turn them in.
Okay.
So remember that.
Fair question. Very fair.
Yeah.
Great question, Pancho. Andy, what's your biggest flaw?
The people I'm friends with.
Evidently based on Pancho's question too. I have one too, but we have a question coming from the comments section. I'll ask Rodolfo to read that.
Okay.
Andy, you've questioned if I'm truly blind. Would you put your money where your mouth is and get me a driver's permit for the New York State and go driving while I'm here this summer?
Well played. Well
Wow,
played.
we have the ability to put the questions up. Look at that.
And Paul, your dog George is there. Hi, George.
Yeah. George is going to ask Andy his question of the week. And
Sure.
I'm sorry to get so serious with this after Pancho's question, but this is something that pops up on the internet every couple of years, and it's a big controversy. But I think, we all know that Andy is the definition. He just defines things. So, Andy, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Thank you. That's all I need. No further questions.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't think it is. And Andy, I have one more, and then if anyone else has one. Andy, are you ticklish, and if so, where?
I am, but you'll have to find out, Raj.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Anything else for Andy? Andy, thank you. This is, again, the best segment ever. Anything else?
No, I think we covered it.
All right. George is the best dog on the planet. I love him so much.
He hears something going on. He's trying to figure out what's
He
up.
knows. Yeah, he knows what's going on.
The door, there's two doors to this office, and I close them, for sound when I'm in here. But one of them is just like a dummy door, and he just rams his giant head against it and just cruises in here to see what's going on. So he's here, part of the podcast tonight. I have some random questions for our fellow guests.
So now we go through. This is the random question segment. Paul, you get to go first.
Sure. And you guys saw my salute to my good friend Pancho when I came on the air tonight. Pancho, how did that start? The wearing of the helmet to the game.
I couldn't believe I got a helmet, first of all, on year one.
Yeah.
I'm still pinching myself. Like I didn't know about that gift.
I remember you getting that and being very emotional.
I'm still in awe. I mean, I display it in my house. I display when I have a poker tournament every year at my house, and people just they gravitate to it and they want to touch it. You'd be surprised how many SC people want to put it in their head and take a picture, even though they hate us, whatever. They still want to be, you want to touch the helmet and just check it out. But, so I just love it. I love traveling with it. I get mad that I'm actually going to ask Pete, the AD, if I could get a little hall pass, because Notre Dame, they will not let me take it into the stadium. I'm like, they think it's a weapon. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, it's going to be on my head. I'm not going to take it off. I'm not going to throw it on the field. But I asked Pete seriously or Paul if they let me, take it in, because every time I try to take it in, I'm like 0 for 4. I got to go back and put it in the car or whatever.
We'll see if you can get a sort of an addendum to get Andy's lacrosse stick in next time. So, anything else, Paul?
Yeah, I got one for all three of you tonight. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh man, my phone keeps moving around here. Sorry. Rodolfo, have you ever participated in or hired a mariachi band?
I have hired one, but
Okay.
I couldn't play in a mariachi band. It's harder than it looks.
I saw that one at the Vasquez family tailgate last year. You recall? I sent a picture. Like, it was too good of an opportunity. So
Oh yeah,
that was where that question came from.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard mariachi play Rush?
No, I have heard him play Ozzy Osbourne. But
I heard him
Rush.
play AC/DC once. I heard a mariachi band do AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
And then my final one, and I'll close out, is Raji. At an incident in camp, were you drawn to a white light when we almost lost you in the shoulder pads incident where you were choking?
So there's no hyperbole around this one, Paul. I mean, I think Bass started to panic. Bass started to panic.
He did.
It literally was almost the jaws of life needed to extricate me from my gear poncho. I don't know how to explain it, but they were trying to get my stuff off. It got caught. I got stuck in it. I wasn't breathing. They literally couldn't do it.
He has those little shoulder pads.
Yeah.
And they were just like, they weren't going back on and they weren't coming off, and they were collapsing his chest cavity. It was funny. After he was okay, it was funny. At the time, like, we had Bass, that other guy, Tim, was in there trying to yank the things off you.
I still got crease marks on my chest from that event. So
it was like you were reborn again, right?
Yeah.
It's like getting the flu. Nothing feels better than when it's gone. It's almost worth it. It's the best feeling ever. Andy, any random question for the team?
Just besides camp this year, what summer trips does everybody have planned or none planned?
Well,
I'm sticking around here all summer, so yeah. You, Bunch?
I just came back from Spain. I was there for 2 weeks, and then I did my hiking trail, and then I got my fantasy camp. But the one I'm looking forward to is my son's baseball camp at South Bend.
Nice.
Do you find it confusing in Spain with everyone speaking Mexican?
No, their Spanish is a lot different.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Their food is so different, man. It's crazy.
It's a lot of swearing tonight from you, Dolph. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just hearing the nonsense.
I'm just getting you ready for camp.
I know.
So you don't get the bends. What about you, Paul? Any travels coming up?
No, nothing major. I was just in South Bend last weekend, not Blue Gold weekend, but I did my teaching thing and that board of trustees I'm on. So I was up there Thursday and Friday. And then Mary's got a busy summer. She's doing a 2-week camp up there for architecture camp. Not quite baseball camp, Pancho, but maybe the same week. Maybe I'll see you when we're up there. I'll text you.
Late July.
Oh, she's there in June. So it's like a week after fantasy camp she shows up. And then
is architecture something she's getting drawn to?
And partially that, and partially we had her do a camp last summer there for science. It was a science camp, and that was 1 week. This one's 2 weeks, and then she'll be summer scholars next summer. So we're just trying to get her admission primed. As much, the more you're on campus, like Rudy's doing the same. Rudy going to baseball camp. The more you're on campus, the better, because it shows them that you'll probably, like, if you have the grades, they want to know you're going to accept if they give it to you, because they like to keep that, 90% of the people we offer to accept, or whatever that number is. So the more you're on campus, the more likely they think you are to accept. So we're sort of priming the pump.
Hey, so Paul,
what?
So Paul, another question is, I know you got more juice than Freeman on campus. Do I need a letter from you for admissions for my son to get in.
I think Freeman's letter will be much more effective than mine. You'll just get a note back that says "who" if I send one.
Paul, just a bit of advice that if she does end up being an architect, be prepared. Every architect I've ever known, their house is freezing. They sure love a draft.
There we go.
Andy, can I Andy. Andy.
Andy voted present.
Andy, can I share what your summer plans are?
Oh, please.
Andy, for charity, is circumnavigating the Finger Lakes on a penny farthing.
No,
just
ignore him.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's
Google penny farthing.
It's the big wheel.
Yeah, the big wheel, the little wheel.
That big oldie-timey bike that has a gigantic.
Oh, the big, the one where you're like, this guy was smart enough to invent a bike, but he went with that. Bike. Yeah, you're like.
Andy Dolph, any travels? Anything of note this summer? You going back to the Adirondacks, Andy, for that great family vacation?
I am not. We're headed south this time to Virginia for the 4th of July week, but that's it.
Nice. Dolph?
We're still in the negotiation phase. We'll probably travel, but we don't know where just yet.
Do you have a random question for the group here, Dolph?
Well, yeah, I do. What song would you like to listen either on the locker room or on the field for this camp?
Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you weren't part of the question, Andy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's a good question. I know it can't be the Divinals. When I think about you, I know it can't be that one, but
short people.
Randy Newman all around. Yep, well done. Okay, my random question for you guys is:
we get no answer from you? Like no answer?
I don't know. It's
changing the subject already.
I know.
Yeah.
Like no Wilco or anything like that.
You know what it would be? It would be Nazareth's Hair of the Dog. You know the now you're messing with. Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah,
that's a great one. That gets you wound up. Andy, I'll start with you. If you had to be a sea animal, what would you be? I see you as a dolphin.
Yeah, I would agree.
They're pretty promiscuous. They're pretty out there.
Incredibly intelligent. So
yeah. Dolph?
Stunning, even some people say.
Beautiful dorsal fin.
Yeah.
Jeez.
A shark.
A shark. I'd be an otter. I'd be a playful otter. Paul?
I'm partial to manatees from being down in the Sarasota area.
Oh.
They don't seem to do anything. They barely move. They look like retired dolphins. So I'm going to go with that one.
That's a great gig.
Yeah.
Pancho, I know it's a question you didn't anticipate, but which one would you be?
I'm ready for this one. A sea turtle.
Oh, very nice. Yes,
very
nice.
They live a lot of years, man. Over 120 years.
Yeah.
Do you know that
too? Protected. I like that. Yeah.
I've seen some. We're in Cabo a couple years ago. We got to see some baby sea turtles hatch on the sand.
Oh, nice!
One of the coolest things we saw. They had to. They have cones around. They have people watching the nest 24/7, and when they were hatching in the morning, they were finding their way to the water. It was really cool, and they told us what the percentage of them live past a week or two because they're so baby. When there's such a tiny turtle, a lot of sea animals, that's lunch. So a lot of them don't live past the.
I don't know if you know this, Pancho, but a lot of sea turtles go to psychiatrists, and the main advice is they need to come out of their shell. That's really they just need to do that.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
I was hoping you grabbed that, Paul. Thank you.
He's actually completely left. He's out. Dolph is out, I think.
It
Dolph
took me a
left.
while to find the button on my computer, Andy. So I'm sorry I let you down
Sure,
on the three
sure.
earlier times I would have pushed it.
Dolph? Oh, he's back. Any other random questions, guys, before we wrap things up?
I got a question for each of. Well, I already asked Andy his question. So my question to Paul is: if you're a professor at Notre Dame and you have to give a C and an F to Rodolfo, Raji, or Andy,
Oh,
who gets
fuzz.
the A?
Thanks,
Who gets
thanks,
the C? Who gets
Pancho.
the F?
So I can only give one of each grade. Is it just for tonight's broadcast or in general?
No. For let's say you're teaching a class at Notre Dame. Who gets the A? Who gets the F? Who gets the C?
I mean, Andy gets the A, right? We got to stick together.
Okay.
America. There we go.
America.
All right, who gets the C?
Yeah, I think we all know that Rodolfo's getting the C.
Okay, so you don't gotta you don't gotta tell me who gets the F. I figured
No,
that.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't really have to think about it that much. That was sort of like
Okay.
you thought it was a hard question, but it really wasn't.
Yes, I got the passing grade.
That's right.
All right, Raji.
You seem like a guy that just would be happy with a passing grade. I know.
In metric, the F is a B, so I'm fine.
All right, so Raji, if you're working for the Mounties or Canadian Police, whatever you guys call it up there, and Rodolfo's speeding through your town, you pull him over, do you let him go?
Oh, without question.
Okay.
Because I understand his history with being upset when he's in a car and getting into road rage. So he's got a long history of just beating people up when he's in a car. So that's to give him a warning and send him off on his way. So yeah.
Okay, and then Rodolfo, my question to you is, if you and Raji were at a bar in Mexico and you guys got in a bar fight and Raji, puts about 4 or 5 guys in the hospital like he would, and he's on the run from the federales, do you turn him in or do you hide him and get him out of Mexico?
B. Yeah, I'll get him out of Mexico. There are ways.
Okay.
I'll tell you, Pancho's quite a provocateur on the loyalty.
I know.
I think he's trying to break us up. Like he's Yoko Ono.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. I would. I've taken the bar fight off the bucket list and I've replaced it with something I think a little more spiritual. I want to surf. I want to learn how to surf and I want to try surfing. That's before I croak.
You should come to Santa Barbara. They had a great white shark behind 2 surfers the other day. They filmed it.
Oh, fuzz, no.
Yeah, you see that
maybe
video.
I'll.
You see that video, you're not gonna want to surf no more because that great shark
I think
was
I'll-
right behind one of the surfers. Look it up. It's legit.
I
Did
think
you
I'll
say
do
surf
a wave.
or web surf? I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't hear.
Yeah, I think I'll do a wave pool. So yeah, no, surf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said a wet T-shirt contest. That's what I thought.
Well, we get the pleasure of doing this in person in, under 30 days. I'm coming in on the Friday. I know some of you guys are as well. We look forward to seeing everyone there. Anything interesting before we get there, guys? Just stay healthy, stay well. Andy, anything over the next couple of weeks that's going to impact your ability to attend?
No, it should be good.
No butter tarts conventions or?
No. We're gonna be. We'll be ready.
And Pancho, when are you coming in?
Well, my son he graduates 8th grade on the 29th, and I try to move it a day before, but the school
They don't understand fantasy camp. What's wrong with
they
them?
don't,
come
they
on.
don't understand. So as soon as my son's graduation is over, we're gonna go have a quick lunch, and then I'm flying right after that. So.
Solid. We'll look forward to seeing you at the house for the poker. I'm not a poker player, but I know you'll teach me. So.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little tournament. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but we're just trying to, because a lot of people they don't go golfing the day before, so we're gonna try to do a little poker.
Yeah.
Break
Is there will there be a kids table where me and Andy can play Go Fish?
I'll tell you this: in my last few poker tournaments, the not so good poker players have won the whole thing. So just keep that in mind. It's a lot of luck. 85% luck, 15% skill. So just have fun, learn the rules, and I'll tell you what, the best player never wins, which is me. So I'll never win.
Paul, what about you? You got a couple weeks. I know you've had a busy schedule of late, but everything lining up to get there for a nice calm start.
Yep. Yeah, I'm working on my May calendar is much better than my April calendar was a shit show. It was terrible. So I am locked in for some normal I got to start throwing though. I'm gonna start throwing tonight, so I got to get that.
Tonight.
Well, Paul, we have Andy, myself, and Dolph. We've secured the Airbnb. If you join us for the Friday, Saturday, we can do a podcast from the house.
I will. I'm trying to figure that part out. The renovations of the condo have not been going well, so that's sort of my difficulty in that. Like I'll explain it to you off.
Well, a few weeks away, it'll be great to see you again and great to do this. Yeah. Dolph, Godspeed in getting in. When you're in on the Friday?
You in Friday?
Yeah, I arrive on Friday. Yeah.
Good.
All right. No parakeets, please, in your pants. Just get in clean.
We'll save that for later.
Exactly.
Nice to see everyone again. Pancho, thank you so much for finally finding the time to do this. I know our schedules haven't aligned, but every time I see you, my heart is full with happiness because of your energy and your positivity. And thank you, man. We watch games and we see you. Like we've actually chatted with each other online. Oh shit, there's Pancho, and it makes us all so happy. But thank you for doing this, my friend. We'll see you soon.
It was my pleasure. My pleasure.
It's great to see you. Great to see you, Pancho.
Thank you, Pancho.
Great to see everyone. Travel safe. Have a good month, and go Irish.
Go Irish. Go Irish.
In 4 weeks, boys. Back.
See you guys.
Yep.